Going green is in full swing in Port Elizabeth following a court ruling that cannabis for private use has been given the thumbs up. For the Rastafarian community in Bethelsdorp, the ruling ends a long-standing battle with local police. Lerato Thipa has this report.
Carl Steerman swears by the medical properties of cannabis. It has helped him to overcome some extreme health issues. Cannabis juice in his daughter's bottle cured her of bronchitis when she was just a toddler. And his aunt's asthma is a thing of the past, thanks to the dagga plant. And when he's down with the flu, cannabis tea does the trick.
I'm still doing more research about dispensaries now, because I want to start my own dispensary right here, like a clinic where I have a doctor here. They can give prescriptions for the plant, and I know what people are facing, or what sicknesses they have, what illness they have.
Steerman has been growing cannabis in his backyard for the past 13 years and has been smoking it for just as long. It's a way of life for many Rastafarians, a cultural practice dating back to the 1800s when dagga was introduced and used by the Khoisan for medical purposes.
And it's actually good to know now that cannabis has also been given that opportunity of recognition, because it is actually one of the most important drugs used in most of the ailments.
The fight to have it legalized has been a long one for the Rastafarians.
But dagga is a healing for us as the society of Rastafarian in the whole South Africa.
And even for me, for my personal life, I smoked it since I was 11. And I'm 54 now, on the 9th of October, and I'm fit. I'm fit as the fiddle. I can still ride my bicycle.
The Rastafarians are calling for more research to be done on natural plants so that the medical benefits can be fully utilized. Lerato Thipa, SABC News, Port Elizabeth.